The record button has been pressed. So, sound tests. We need to do some sound tests. I'm going to go first. Tiny tits and little finches chirping and twerting on park benches. Yep. I look good. Good.
Hello, I'm Satan. And by the way, when I say that I'm Satan, I'm not speaking metaphorically. I'm not some power-mad drug lord sitting on a throne of skulls. I'm not a sadistic prison warden or a fat and slimy child molester curled up on a filthy mattress in a basement apartment surrounded by piles of ratty, tattered pornographic magazines. I'm the real deal. I'm the physical manifestation of pure evil. I'm the fallen archangel, once called Lucifer, kicked out of heaven for daring to revolt against God when he decided to put mankind before me. I am the father of lies.
You sound great. Good sound test. Whoever wrote that is a genius. Here is our introduction. Welcome to JBC. Today we're going to talk about poetry. And now here is a little poem I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Here goes. I drape rags on skeletons' bones, hiding the cavity between ribs and spine. Then I lead my handsome hobo out into the breezes. Look at him shiver, you say. I put down my pen, still unsatisfied. Scream, demon, distract indecent people from the humility of your crucifixion, murder and misery, pallbearers at Pride's funeral. I'm Jason Mark. With me in the studio is the magnificent Joe Neal. Joe, say hi to the people.
Hello. I'm also magnetic.
You're also magma. You are a hot magma. You're a magma demon.
Words to your mother.
Words. Yach. I was at the bookstore the other day, and you know, have I ever told you how I feel about poetry?
No, I'd love to hear it, though.
I honestly think I really...
Wait. You've told me how you felt about one person's poetry.
Yeah.
And you told me that it was just a bag of shit.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that I for the longest time, and I'm still operating under the belief that it's all a big scam. I read these poems, and I'm like, really? Really? Somebody decided that it was a good idea to put a bunch of these together on pieces of paper, bind it, and sell it? There's people who get degrees in this. Like, I hear a poem, or when it's those really fucking long ones, I'm like, why? Just take out the line breaks. Is it still a poem? I don't get it. And I have a degree in writing, for Christ's sake. You would think that I would go, oh, okay. Whenever I write a poem, no matter how sincere I try to be, when I'm done with it, I'm always like, yeah, no one's gonna buy this because I don't buy it.
A lot of poetry seems like a cheap trick.
Yeah,
but it's a trick that you're right. It doesn't even work. It seems like the lyrics to Cheap Trick.
Exactly. And the Dream Police that come to me in my head. Is that Shags texting you? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that was Shaggy.
She texting?
Yeah, I think she's ready to come on the show.
All right. When I see her hop up onto Skype, I will call her. Ladies and gentlemen out there in listening to us land, we have no topic for today. It's not a poetry episode. I am going to ask Joe a few questions, and he did bring some notes, and we are going to have the indefatigable Shags on. Joe, tonight I decided I would not drink alcohol. Instead, I would have lots of caffeine to see if it changed things. No, I'm still having strokes. I still can't say words. Ugh.
Well, I think your strokes will be more pressured. They'll come through in your speech in a pressured way. In a pressured way. And less of a slurred.
There we go.
Word salad type of way.
Well,
it'll be more of a stutter.
Yeah, like it's been. Yeah. Shags is indefatigable. You are magnamania. What is that word? Magnum.
I'm going to break something to you. Yeah. Every time you try to say that word on this show, you fail miserably. I'd like to make a montage of it. Do you know that you fail every time you try to say that?
I didn't realize I was trying to say it that often.
Actually, I don't know what you're trying to say because you've never successfully said the word.
Magnanimous?
Magnanimous. There we go. Good job. So Shags sent me a little GIF here, and it looks like a really chubby gopher in a swimming garb, like competitive swimming outfit, on a diving board, getting ready for a swim race.
All right,
Is that what you call them?
Gopher
and
in
so
swimsuit.
That to me means that she's ready. But you don't see her.
I don't see. She's not green. Maybe it's me. Let's see if there's a way to add person.
I'm typing Shags. Get on Skype for Skype's sake.
Yeah, everybody. Oh wait, now this says we chatted over a year ago. Let's see if she is available. And for those of you out there in wondering why you downloaded this land, yes, we are going to talk you through everything that we do like that. I don't know. I'll wait for Shags going to ask you some questions. And you brought some notes as well, right? Hey, she's here.
Yeah, I got a couple of things.
Hola.
Hola.
Hola, Shags.
Hey, Como.
Don't ask me anymore. I don't know the rest.
Barry Como.
Well, I'm doing BN.
Myself. I'm doing
E too, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know, Shags, you reminded me. Yeah, good.
You made Kielbasa y Kapusta?
I suppose. I don't fucking know.
Wait a minute. What? I know a guy whose name is Kapusta. That's his name, Chris Kapusta. Nice
really?
Guy. Yeah.
Is he Russian?
No, he's Italian. Oh, you know, his name might be Capusto.
I don't know. So apparently she gets 25 extra credit points to make food from either the country that you're from or a country that you pick. And yeah, my Soviet child picked Russia. So there you go.
This is your high school daughter that gets 25 extra points because you made kielbasa y kapusta.
Well, yeah, it actually, my house smells like wet farts, but doesn't taste bad.
I was just going to say, is everybody pleased, or are they pretending to be pleased? And your daughter helped you cook this.
No. No one helped. Sean helped chop potatoes, but that was about it. No, none of us are eating it. Get the fuck out of here. It's going to her classroom, please.
Oh,
okay. I missed that. You don't even get to fucking taste it, though?
I mean, I'm cool.
Is it going to ruin the presentation? Can you not sully the
I like I tasted like the water. It tastes like okay, so I'm good. I don't really care about anyone else.
You taste.
Is that terrible?
Hold on, you tasted the kielbasa water?
Wow.
Well, yeah. I mean, like the juice of it. Like it tastes. I mean, to me, it seems fine. I mean, hopefully, no one will die.
Today's show will be called
Kielbasa, I don't think.
Have you
ever had kielbasa?
Oh, yeah, lots of times. Taste the kielbasa water will be the name of today's show. And I hope no one gets it confused with an album by that band. What was that band? You did it all for the Nookie. The Nookie, come on. So you can take that.
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit. Didn't they have an album that was something about the hot dog flavored
water, chocolate starfish?
Yeah, that's the one.
That guy.
Well, Fred Durst.
That reminds me of the next spoof song that I'm working on. Don't fear the Reaper.
Oh yeah,
baby, I'm your man.
Yeah. Blue Oyster Cult.
I should just say, don't fear my wiener.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Speaking of wieners, you've never had kielbasa, Joe?
It's just a sausage, right?
I mean, yeah.
I just don't remember any time in my life where it's like, oh, here's the kielbasa. Everybody here, try the kielbasa. And I've certainly never been like, excuse me, waiter. Yes, I'll have the kielbasa. Like, if I've eaten it, I don't have a memory of it.
You don't know. Okay, we have kielbasa and potatoes all the time, so it's like a norm in my house. So it's not that weird that I'm not trying it because I know it's
at your house.
Perhaps you have. Maybe you have. What did I think Sean and Devin call it? Papas and kielbasa. I don't know. These white people. I don't know.
White people. So how you doing, Shags? What else is going on?
I'm doing good. I miss you guys. How you doing?
I'm gonna play you. I'm gonna play you some. Joe and I were talking earlier about how he can't hear YouTube very well, so I'm gonna the stuff here. This is
I love you, baby, but all I can think about is Kielbasa sausage. Your butt cheeks is warm.
What? There's a song?
Yeah.
That's Bob Dylan, right?
No, that's Tenacious D. And what it's great about it is not only are they talking about kielbasa there, but Joe, the lyric goes, "Your butt cheeks is warm."
What?
Nice. I love that.
Yeah.
We were talking earlier
that?
about how I think it's funny when people are grammatically incorrect on purpose.
They mix their numbers or whatever. Butt cheeks is warm, not butt cheeks are warm.
Well, that's why I like always saying, all of our listener will agree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. And
Exactly.
there's, like, look at this balls.
Yeah.
Just take a look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sometimes text, me is hungry.
Okay.
There you go.
Me
Yeah.
is sad.
Yeah.
He is sad.
Me is.
But I
is,
get it. But so, Jack Black, if you're listening, sponsor this program.
Yeah.
I thought I had heard everything from Tenacious D, but I do not remember the Kielbasa song.
Yeah.
And Butt Cheeks.
I didn't know
Kielbasa and butt
Tenacious
cheeks,
D
is
had a
that-
Kielbasa song.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if it's called the Kielbasa song because they were a TV show before there was an album. I heard the album first, but
I watched the TV show first.
Okay.
It was affiliated with Mr. Show. I think that
Yeah.
David Cross and Bob Odenkirk wrote it and directed it and stuff.
Oh,
I
did
loved
they?
it. And I loved Mr. Show.
I think
I
Jack.
love this song. With karate, I'll kick your ass.
Yeah.
From here to Tiananmen Square. Oh, yeah, motherfucker. I'm going to kick your fucking dairy. Yeah.
And then the next line, which you're going to sing for us, has been running through my head for the last 3 weeks. Go ahead.
Nope, that's all I got.
You don't remember the next line?
No, what's the next line? I'll sing it.
The next line is, "You broke the rules." Do you remember that?
You broke the rules.
Now I pull out all your pubic hair.
You broke the rules. Now I'll pull out all of your fucking pubic hair. Nope, can't.
Yeah,
do it.
that's right.
Wait,
You're right. You got
one
it.
by one or the whole thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess if
Hey, just for direct comparison, can you pull up with karate? I'll kick your ass for us.
I guess I can try to do that. Sure. Yeah,
That'll
karate.
just be fun. Now, Shags, can you tell we don't have anything planned? We're just going to have fun.
Well, I'm fine with that because I too have nothing planned.
Let's see.
With karate, I'll kick your ass. Here to Tiananmen Square. Oh yeah, motherfucker, I'm gonna kick your fucking dairy hair, yeah. You broke the rules, now I pull out all your pubic hair.
Oh, and then
Oh, there it is.
and then
You broke the
Beautiful.
rules. Now I'll pull out of your pubic hair.
yeah.
Now, you know what? Can't live up to you, Jack Black. He's fantastic.
I think he would like this show. I really, genuinely, honestly believe that he would like Just Be Cousins.
I concur. He probably listens low key.
I bet he does, and he can't tell
Hi, Jack.
anybody. He
Hey,
can't
that
tell
made
people.
me feel good, and I actually believe that. I
Yeah.
think if Jack Black listened to the show, he would enjoy it.
I think he would. I think he would enjoy the raunchy, filth of it, but he would also, I think he would tune in on that, that ineffable, magnanimous, indefatigable streak of what? You know what I'm saying?
Fuck Roddery.
Yeah, fuck lottery. Hey, can I ask you guys a couple questions? First,
Sure, like round table style.
First-
Can I go first?
no, yes. Wow, I don't get it. Well,
Sorry,
why
I've
is that
had
funny?
a lot of coffee too.
What
What
was-
was talking about? How we're drinking a bunch of coffee.
Oh my God.
and-
I had like 5 cups today and now I'm drinking wine. So go for it.
Noise. What kind of wine are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Cabernet Sauvignon
I
from
am.
7-Eleven and it was $4.99.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Did it have a cork in it or was it a screw cap?
It was a screw loose, just like you.
Just like me. I got some cheap ass wine the other day because I wanted to get drunk, but it had a
Yeah.
cork in it. And I was like, who the fuck are you trying to impress with your goddamn cork? I paid $3 for this bottle. I did not expect to need a tool to drink it. Assholes. God damn it. You know, a really good wine is that Joe will never drink. It's called Apothic. And it comes in.
Oh,
I have had that.
Oh, you have?
I'm
Okay.
sure he has.
I haven't had a drink in fucking 16 months. But
An
I used
eon.
to drink that.
Yeah. But
Good.
I was going to ask you guys a question, but first, something Shags brought up. Why? Okay, I hope this isn't offensive. Of course, I say that because
It always is.
It will be offensive, but why did she go with? Why did your daughter go with Russia? Why did she just make some couscous and call it good?
Because she likes Putin, okay?
Okay.
That's like she went. No. I don't know. I think I asked her, but I guess so. The teacher said you can go with your background, and my daughter is like 59 different things.
Okay.
So, or you could go with. So you have to make a pamphlet of like "Welcome to America," like
Yeah.
from like the 1900s.
Okay.
And you have to basically show why it's so great to come here and all that stupid shit. And then you have to make a dish, you know, that represents the country that you're trying to lure into America. So she said, she was like, look, there's like 10 people doing Mexican food. Like, I'm not doing that. You know, what am I going to send her there with like hot dogs and hamburgers? Like, I mean, she was like, I picked Russia. It is what it is. And I was like,
Okay.
you know what? You do what you got to do. So,
Well,
that's
how much is she Russian? That she's 59
she's not
different things.
no,
are,
she's
okay.
not Russian whatsoever. That's the beauty of it. Not even a touch.
Are some of the kids like bringing in combos of like if you try and combine two different ethnic foods, like Russian and Southern American, and you call
Yeah,
it?
I
like,
guess. Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I told her she needs to videotape the whole damn thing. But yeah, you either get to pick the country. If it's not the country of your origin, you can pick whatever country you want. But if you do pick that country, you also have to do a report on it and like a full Welcome to America pamphlet, which is, I mean, I don't know. Would I have picked Russia? I don't know, but God bless her, you know?
Well, it wasn't.
I would have picked Russian and Southern food, like soul food, Russian soul food. And
Russian.
Right.
You know what you'd call it? Putin on the grits.
What? Dun, 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 dun. Oh my God.
All right, now
I was waiting a really long time.
Oh my God,
I like
that was
that
so
fucking
good.
joke.
Yeah.
That was so good. That was good. That was
Okay,
good.
so-
Are you sure this isn't planned?
Yeah, he's in cahoots with your daughter, and no, he's in cahoots with the
Did she
school.
call you? What the hell?
Yeah. All right, here's the question I have for you guys. All right, I have two questions. So, do you want the upper deck question or the lower deck question first? Because I've decided that that's how I will differentiate the two questions: upper deck and lower deck.
I prefer lower decker questions because you can flush them.
Well, funny you should say that. That my lower decker question is this: when you are in your house and you've been drinking Cherry Zero all day long, and you're going to go take a leak, do you leave the door open? It's your house. You leave the door open?
Well, yes, absolutely.
Do you walk
How
in
about you?
and you just unzip, unbutton, and then let her fly? Doors wide open.
Totally. Even if Laura's here. Now, if there's a house full of people, I'll do everyone a favor.
Yeah.
Because, that's rude. If someone were to catch a glimpse of my peeing wiener, that
Yeah.
would be rude.
But they would have to. Oh, I guess if your commode is to the side of the door such that you're standing in profile, they could be walking along like, "Hey, Joe, do you have a paperclip?" Oh my God.
That could happen in my house. You guys have both been here.
Yeah.
If you were walking into the kitchen, you take a glance to the left, you could easily see my wiener as
Yeah.
it peed.
Okay. But you leave the door open. Jags, do you? I'm guessing no, but maybe I'm wrong.
You are sadly mistaken.
I'm mistaken. Okay.
Because I have absolutely zero privacy in this house.
Okay.
And every time I do close the door, it is opened. It is opened immediately. I mean, I swear, I should do like a test just to prove to you guys, like, if it's not Snoop, it's Devin. If it's not Devin, it's Sean. It's almost like if I close the door, then then it must be something like, babe, are you okay? Or like immediately Devin needs tweezers, or it doesn't even take 3 seconds before the door is open. So there's no fucking point.
I'm laughing because I feel like Laura wants to, I feel like she takes joy in interrupting me, like crossing that boundary.
Good for her.
I think she's trying to like catch me jacking off or something.
But
I will lock the door if I'm if I'm taking a shit. The door is closed.
You lock the door?
I lock the door when I'm taking a shit because so many times Laura has come barging in while I'm taking a shit. Normally when I'm like wiping my ass with a really silly look on my face.
I love Laura. So Laura is Sean. So like it just doesn't matter. So like if it's locked, if it's unlocked, if it's open, if it's closed, like the door is just okay. I'll just say that
Laura's doing it for fun. Like she'll bring an animal. Like the
animals are the
say
first
hi to
ones.
Daddy. Say hi to Daddy.
No,
and I'm wiping my ass.
I know. It's like you haven't talked all day. Nobody cares. No one's saying a word to you. Everyone's on their phone. It seems like everyone's doing their own thing. You think it's safe. You go to the bathroom. You close the door. You take a deep breath. And lo and behold, the entire fucking family walks in with a marching band. It is terrible. wait till your child is born. It's gonna get worse. Like just forget it. Just Jason, am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely right. The number I used to keep the door open. The reason I brought this up is because today I had to go, take a leak, and I'm just standing there, and doors wide open, and I can hear my son's nanny walking up the stairs, and I'm like, I can't reach the door, and there's a lot. This is not one of your. This is Tom Hanks in A Field of Their Own. Wait, a team of their. What was that?
A League of Their Own.
League of Their Own. This is Tom Hanks in the opening of A League of Their Own. Lengths pee going on, and I can't shut the door, and I don't know what to do, and because
did you scream stop?
But do you stop or do you stop?
Well, you know what I was most concerned about is that this waterfall volume of gushing urinal-y wish water. There's no elegant way to say pee. This gushing pee was making a loud noise. It was just thundering down, and I was afraid she would hear it because I don't.
And yet she continued to approach.
Well, she was singing to her baby. She just had a baby like a month ago, and she was walking up the stairs to do something, and she had a baby, and she's singing to him, and I'm like, I'm trying real hard not to pulse a kind of a beat to go along with the song, like a shh, 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 shh.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm trying real hard not to do that. Anyway, that's why I asked. But yes, you're right, Shags. My son will burst into the bathroom. He does not care. He's like, Daddy, I have to tell you something. I have to tell you something. And I'm like, fine, open the door. Open the door to go, what are you doing? What do you mean? What am I doing? Look at me. I'm sitting here. My wife.
What are you doing, Dad?
Yeah.
My wife.
Laura will say that too. What's Daddy doing? To the dog as she barges in while I take a shit.
You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna send you guys a screenshot right now because I can't believe you brought this topic up. I'm just gonna message both of you this photo right now. You guys have your phones on you, right?
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Let me copy this. So interestingly enough, I hid in my bathroom earlier today, hoping that no one would find me.
To relieve yourself or to quietly weep?
I was okay. So the kid was talking to her grandma and grandpa and God knows who else in Arizona. And they were on FaceTime, and I fucking hate FaceTime. Jesus, why do people FaceTime? It's terrifying. And so I went and I hid in my bathroom, and my boss and we were talking about work, and there was just so much going on, and I'm like trying to do work stuff and whatever. And I'm hiding, and I'm talking to my boss, and she's like, well, what are you doing? And I send her this picture. Okay. So you guys should get it pretty soon here. And I'm hiding in my bathroom, drinking
Shags,
wine.
If it's a picture of you taking a shit, I don't know.
It's not. It's not. This is literally like a few hours ago. So here I am hiding because I don't want to be on FaceTime and I don't want to deal with anything. And my boss is texting me, and it's not like she's being annoying or anything, but we're in the middle of, mortuary stuff, right?
Yeah.
And what do you think happens? The door is closed. I hear Sean, babe, are you okay? Are you okay? And there it is. The door just fucking swings wide. I even said yes.
For all of our listener, you should know that this photograph is a picture of Shags hiding in a bathroom with a glass of wine. She's just trying to have a glass of fucking wine.
Yeah. I'm making
and
it
you were rudely interrupted.
I'm making it my screen background. It's going to be my screen.
No, please don't. Look at I'm showing you guys this because I love you and we're family, but I just want to show you the horrors that are yet to come, Joe. So if you think Laura's bad right now,
yeah, it's going to
just wait.
Well, I locked the door and she doesn't like that. Then that to her, that's just confirmation that I'm jacking off.
Yeah. Why are you locking the door? You rude.
I would rather her walk in on me jacking off than me wiping my ass.
I agree with you. Yeah, absolutely.
Let me make this declaration.
What's the difference?
Me wiping my butthole, that is a private moment.
Mm-hmm.
I realize it's so private that I would like to discuss it on this podcast. We'll go out to at least one listener.
I hear what you're saying.
Okay, I'm sorry.
My wife, I'll be in the bathroom. We have our master bathroom has the commode in its own little side room, its own little. So you go into the bathroom, and if you're going to wash your hands or take a shower or whatever, you don't need to be anywhere near the commode. And so that door is shut. And in that room with the light switch also turns on a fan in there. You can't have the light on without the fan. You can't have the fan on without the light.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So I'll be sitting there, minding my own business, playing a game on my phone. And my wife will open the door, like violently open it, like boom, like Kramer style. You know what I'm saying? Just open it.
Yeah.
And she'll go, why is the door and when she gets out, she'll go, why is the door and she'll go, oh my God, what is wrong with you? And she'll flip the switch on for the fan and then slam the door. All of this takes about two seconds, right? And it's just,
you've been judged harshly.
Right.
Yeah.
You're depleted, you're defamed, you're just completely broken,
yeah.
You're vulnerable, your pants are on down to your ankles. You're shameful.
Yeah. It's just
she explicitly admonishes your behavior.
Yeah. Right. No, she is admonishing the aroma of my behavior. It's like
right.
What
that you did not turn on the fan is
it's your fault.
Fucking egregious.
Well,
and that's what she's judging you for. Oh, yeah, and the stench of your anus.
No, the tone of her voice suggests what is wrong with you, not in terms of why didn't you turn on the fan. Her voice is saying what is wrong with you that you did something such that that's what's coming out of you now. Yeah.
Like we all ate the same thing for dinner. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like what dead dog did you cram up your backside for this to have happening to you? So
I've been judged that way by Laura. Like, I'll she is shocked that I accidentally fart. She thinks that shouldn't ever happen and that I have some problem with my sphincter.
Yeah.
That I would ever accidentally fart. But sometimes I do. I'll make a sudden movement and I'll fart and I'll look at her like an ashamed dog.
Yeah.
And it will stink really bad and she will just get this really disappointed look on her face and be like, what are you eating? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? Because my butt smells like, a corpse that's been in a dumpster in a desert for 3 weeks.
Yeah, but okay.
How does that make you feel?
Sort of related to that. Let me ask you this. So, sort of related to that, because let's be honest about the way butts smell. They smell a certain way, which is not a pleasant smell. There are some weirdos out there who like that smell, but for the most part, when you smell a butt, it's not a good time, right? Have you ever had the experience of whether it's in public or in someone's house where you use the restroom after someone else has used it, and you sit down and the seat is warm? Have you ever had that experience?
Yeah, that's gross.
Joe and Laura's house. Yes.
Yeah. So on the one hand, I shouldn't say one hand. On the one cheek, it's nice that you're not sitting down on this frozen ass piece of plastic. But on the other, it's kind of weird. It's like, somebody else's butt warmth is now seeping into my butt, right?
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
Nice, or is it?
Butt warmth. I have ambivalence about the butt warmth of a
I do.
toilet seat.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, like in terms of butt smell. If there was somebody out there who somehow their farts smelled actually good, like roses or baked bread or something, you still wouldn't like it. Someone's like, you're like, oh, what's that? That's a nice perfume gun. No, actually, I just farted. I've just got this weird gland in my asshole, and when I fart, it smells like perfume. You wouldn't be like, oh, let me smell more. You'd be like, oh, I don't want to have your butt smell, no matter how good it is, right? In fact,
what if like someone like sat down like in the same stall that you did, that you just came out of, and you were washing your hands, and the dude goes, "Thanks for keeping it warm for me." Like, that's terrifying.
That would be weird too. And if somebody
that's like
said
serial killer shit.
Yeah,
it is.
That's also terrifying. If somebody were to say, "I'm glad you warmed up the seat," and wow, it smells wonderful in here, you'd be like, "Oh God, I got to go kill myself now because that's the only way it won't be painful." I'm just saying that
butt juice on me.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to make the whole show about farts, but look, there's a lot of different kinds of farts.
I don't do any of those things. So,
that's right.
I mean, I'm just saying. This is just giving an opinion, an outside opinion.
You're not going to really be able to contribute to this fart conversation. But some farts are just like good old farty farts. They're just smell like farts. Some farts actually smell like poop. Like someone pooped their pants.
Yeah.
And that's
true.
kind of a different smell than just a good old, vanilla.
That's a shart.
And then there's the farts that make Laura disappointed, and those smell like dead bodies.
Okay.
They smell like rotting corpses.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing that I want to ask you. It's a segue into my other question, the upper deck question. But I'll segue this way. If you could take a class, or if you could read a book or watch a YouTube video on how to be able to say words with your farts, you'd do it, wouldn't you? You would. Right?
Oh, totally.
Yeah. If you could talk through a fart, you would.
Do you understand?
Fart texting?
Like what now?
Like fart texting?
No, like fart speaking. Like.
Oh, speaking. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I got technical.
Yeah, no. That's,
okay.
Because. Well, that's what I was going to ask you. So you can't. I'm assuming you can't do that, but you probably can with your burps. That's my upper deck question. Do you speak when you burp? Is there? The reason I'm because I have been lately. I don't know why, but when I burp, I either say ribbit, like I'll burp the word ribbit. I've been drinking a lot of soda water this evening, so hopefully I can burp for you. So I'll say ribbit when I burp, especially if I'm around my son. He would like, I'll go ribbit, and he'll say it back to me, but he's like fake burping and I'm real burping. Or if it's a long burp, I'll say ribbit rabbit. I don't know why, but then if it's a really
ribbit rabbit?
I'll say ribbit rabbit. And if it's a really, really long burp, like one of those from the depths of your bowels, it just comes up and it just whooshes out for a long time, I will say ribbit rabbit rub it in your face. I don't know why. I don't even think about it anymore. I just do it. I just rub it in your face.
Kicked out of school tomorrow.
Probably.
Such a great joke for all ages.
That.
I like it now, but I would have really liked it
when you were young.
When I was young, my dad did that. So my dad did hot dogs for me. Remember what a hot dog is?
No.
It's made of lips and assholes. It's made of lips and assholes like hot dogs. He would fart and burp at the same time.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
He would look me directly in the eye while he did it.
That's the thing about your dad. But do either of you say things when you burp? I mean,
you guys have heard me burp. I do I don't say anything, but I'll put my hand up in there and pretend I'm Beyonce and go something like that. But it's nothing special.
Ladylike.
Yeah, but I'll go Celine Dion diva with it, whoa, but that's it. But no, I don't say words. I do gestures.
Gestures, okay.
Yeah.
I say things like yalp. I don't get creative. I don't get ribbit, rabbit, rub it on your tits or anything. But.
No, not tits, just.
But we're going to work on that now, Jason.
Good, yes, that's what I'm hoping.
Hey, Shags, you said fart texting, and I was like, that's impossible. What is she talking about? But I realized how to do it, and I just did it to you guys. Mm-hmm. Did you see that?
No.
fart texted.
Yeah, I laughed at you.
I think this is one of the best. This is one of the best podcasts we've ever done, or anyone's ever done. That we are actually talking about the things we're texting each other while talking to each other. That's podcast gold right there.
A fart text is spelled like this: PF 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 T.
Yeah.
If you throw a couple of THs in there and an L, well, that would probably be good too.
Wait,
Probably not.
but Joe, I think you missed something. Hold on, let me send it to you.
What the? This is retarded. I love it.
Yeah,
I have to find the emoji. I'm not technically advanced, so just
This is
give
You
me.
have a fart emoji?
Well,
Well, while you find this, and we'll discuss it when you send it, but I wanted to talk about another kind of fart.
Wow.
Which I think is
that was a real one.
the least stinky fart is when you have a whole lot of gas. Like that, when someone just can't stop farting and they're really huge farts. There it is. There's the fart text. It's just a little butt
Oh, yeah,
cloud.
look at that.
Thanks, Shaggy.
It's beautiful. Real
Yeah.
butt cloud.
Anyway, are you familiar with that phenomenon? We are. Again, Shags, you don't fart, but Jason,
No.
do you notice when you just have a whole lot of air in there, it's not as stinky?
Yeah,
Oh my God,
I
that's
think
just me, isn't it?
I think I know what you're getting at. It is like one of those when there's a very soft and it's very soft and quiet. Those will kill you with their smell, the SPDs. But yeah, when they're loud and abrasive and they go on for a long time, those are usually like, all smoke and no fire. They're all smoke and no fire.
My worst farts are the accidental ones, and only like a cubic millimeter of air comes out, and then it infects the entire atmosphere.
Yeah, but I think that I'm now going to say, instead of all smoke and no fire, I'm going to say all fart and no stink. I'm going to start saying that.
Cool.
I'm going to say that. Like,
I'm gonna turn the tables on you guys for a minute here.
okay.
Do you have a slang or a term, or do you say things when you fart? You know how you just asked if like there's like certain things you do when you burp. Like do you?
Oh,
I try to
yes.
scream like Howard Dean.
Oh no.
It's just good. It fits the situation, don't you
Can
think?
you give us an example? Beautiful.
We're going to take back the fart house!
We do in our house. We always say, "Who let the duck in?" or "Was that a duck?" or "It wasn't me, it was a duck." So we do
My
that.
dad always said, tree frogs.
Oh, in my house, it goes a little something like, Jesus fucking Christ.
God.
And it's usually me saying Jesus fucking
Yeah.
Christ because it's either Snoop, Devin, or Sean. And it's just it's really hard. It's a hard life.
It's a hard life. I know we don't want to talk about farts exclusively, but it does occur to me that, one of the greatest things a person can do would be to fart in front of the Queen of England, right? Because she would either ignore it so beautifully that you would actually question whether you did or not. And I'm not talking about let out a little poot and it's got a stink on it. I'm talking about a loud brap, sort of like your butt cheeks are flapping, right? She would ignore it so completely you wouldn't know if you actually did it, or she would be so offended that that it would start a war. Like literally people would be shooting each other. And I think it just goes to show you how we as a human race have fucked up things such that we actually have people who are capable of starting wars just because some asshole farted. But it can happen, right? That's like when the aliens come from the other planet and they're like, can you tell us something about the human condition? And I'll say, yeah, you know what? Honestly, we're the kind of people who could start wars over a fart. And they're like, how's that possible? It's like, because there's some people who are like really high class and there's low class people and they try not to mix, but every once in a while, you get in there because you're trying to, I don't know, it's a charity thing, or like, Make-A-Wish Foundation. This fat kid had diabetes and he's going to die. He's like, my wish is to fart in front of the Queen. What are you going to do? Kill the kid? No, he's going to die. So you send him to the Queen and you have some beans on toast. They eat that over there a lot, I guess. And he just let one fly and she's just like, whoa, I didn't sign up for this fucker. And, World War III. And the aliens
I
would be
can't
like,
believe you're saying this right now, because I, for a long time, thought that Billy Joel song, like "We Didn't Start the Fire," said "I didn't fart, you liar," and I thought that whole fucking video was about someone farting and fucking up the entire universe. So I'm so glad that you said this, because I literally, like, I appreciate you. But so now every time you hear that song, please sing "I didn't fart, you liar."
I think, Joe, you gotta.
That's a great spoof.
But like,
Yeah.
literally, are you down with it? Let's do it.
Yeah, you should. I'm writing it down. I didn't fart, you liar.
But no, I mean, what if that happened, Jason? You're absolutely right. Like, what if I completely agree. What if that happened?
I don't think it would start a war. I think that she would perfectly ignore you.
Yeah, she would probably. Well, here's another side of it, though.
Even if you like blew her hair back, she still would like have a perfect fucking poker face.
Yeah, but what about this, though? I mean, talking about these high-class mofos, you're there with the Queen and Will and the other one, the ginger, are there, Harry, right? And you're just talking. You're like, Queen, I really like how you know, with the Buckingham Palace, you're keeping it, you know, old school. And then you just wronk. But it's not you. It's not you. It was William. William just he's like, you know, thinking about, I don't know, having his.
Dear.
He just
blame it on the prince.
No. I'm saying William does the sound, but then he knows, oh man, I'm not going to inherit England if Grandma thinks I'm farting. So he looks at you because you're a low-class American asshole, right? He just looks at you like, excuse me, and what? You're going to say, what, me, it was you. That just reinforces the fact it was you.
But if I were in that position, I'd turn the tables on him and I'd just fart really louder and more grosser.
See, that's
that would
mine, not yours.
That would be good. It's like,
yeah, because then that would prove, like, clearly that's me farting, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Joe would do that. Joe would totally do that. He would.
Yeah, that would be good. Okay,
I mean,
but then you could shout, "I didn't fart, you liar!" And then Billy Joel could come in and be like, "You know what? Something about what you just said."
Turn the whole situation into a musical.
Yeah,
I can't take it anymore.
I think that would be. That would be so good.
Wait, it is Billy Joel, right? Did I like totally botch that, or it is? That's the song, right?
Yeah,
okay.
No, you're right.
Okay.
Billy Joel.
I don't want our listener to write a bad review for us. 5 stars only. Love you guys.
Well, maybe we've been talking about farts and shit for like 45 minutes, probably
for 145 episodes. Let's be honest.
I just want to say, yeah. Oh my God, it's true. I just want to say, one thing that I want to do before I die is fart someone's toupee off of their head.
That would be something else.
I want someone with a shitty hairpiece, and I just want to come up, even bare-assed, and just fart that toupee off of his face.
You have some anger.
Off of his head, and then look at his face, because the look on his face is going to be the best part.
I would hope Jason and I would be there to videotape this.
Absolutely.
I would hope that it is Jason with a hairpiece.
It sounds like it's a bucket list type of thing for you at this point.
I am more than willing to get a shitty hairpiece and go to your house with like just a big old can of Van de Kamps just so we can make this happen. Well, I'll have my olfactory nerves.
The perfect image for this episode would be just that still image is when the toupee is flying off of your head and my bare ass is in front of your face.
And me pointing and laughing.
Yeah, there you go. Shags in the background.
Like Bart Simpson. No, good.
Like Fart Simpson. Hey,
I will go to the Google search and see if I can find a picture of Joe, your ass, and a picture of me wearing a toupee, and I will do that.
Get on that Photoshop.
There probably is a picture of Joe's ass on the internet, and yours.
Probably.
How many times do you think before today, the Fart Simpson? That's got it. People have said that many times, right?
You want me to Google it? I can Google it.
I don't really think I've ever heard that.
There's no fucking way I just made up.
All right, everyone, pause this episode. We need to trademark. We'll be right back.
Okay, so for what it's worth,
we got to buy that domain name. GoDaddy.
I haven't finished typing it, but Google is suggesting I got up to Fart Simp, and it's wanting me to finish with either Fart Simpson McDonald's, Fart Simpson Nazi, or Fart Simpson McDonald's song. So I'm going to go Fart Simpson McDonald's song, and let's see what comes up.
God.
Okay.
We got to hear it.
I think
Sorry, listener.
It has nothing to do with Bart. It's just
sorry for this whole episode, by the way.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of prank calls. I don't know if no, that's the name of the album. Sorry. Bart Simpson and Friends present Your Mom's House.
I don't want to hear that title is good. I have a feeling the content associated is not going to be good.
Yeah.
Let's face it, Fart Simpson at Your Mom's House is not good either, but I enjoy it.
Well, it's Fart Simpson and Friends present Your Mom's House. Anyway,
wow.
Let's see how much time we got left here. We got 15 minutes to turn this around and not talk about farts anymore. I tried to talk about burps, but we went back to farting, I guess. It's just, there's no competition.
Well, I wanted to talk about my wife's obsession with live PD.
Oh,
okay.
What? I've heard, but I mean, I haven't watched.
So you haven't watched that?
No. Tell us.
What is it?
Well,
I never even heard of it.
Brindy, our friend.
Oh, God damn it, Brindy.
Yeah, she was obsessed with it for a while.
Really?
And, Laura and I were both like, oh, whatever. It's just like Cops, I guess. And whatever. Like, I have an aversion to that a little bit, like the Cops, that show.
Bad boys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And I listened to this podcast called Running from Cops or something, and where you kind of learn about the inner workings of that show and how it was produced, and it made me want to fucking puke. But so Live PD, my wife now just watches that all the time. Every free moment that she has, she watches Live PD. Most of the time, I'm saddened by it because this is like the worst day in people's lives, and oh my God, it gives me a sinking feeling. But man, I laughed so hard I couldn't stop laughing at this one scene, and I just wanted to explain it to you guys.
Yeah.
This cop drove up, and there was a naked dude walking around. He had long hair, and he butt naked, and he was walking around in the middle of the street. It was like the raving derelict from The Simpsons. There's The Simpsons again. And he was like gibbering horse shit just in the middle of the street. And these cops, a few cop cars pull up to address this guy, and what they do is they go up to him and they start talking to him like really close to him in his face, and he's kind of waving his hands around, and suddenly they both tase his ass, both of them. Tase him, and his whole body clenches up, and he starts like flopping around. I mean, it was terrifying. And then a third cop comes from the side and does a flying side kick.
No, he does. Come on,
the naked fucking dude to the ground. And you learn after you see this, and I couldn't stop laughing.
Like Ayukin, like it's just like it happened.
Yeah, third cop comes up and kicks the dude to the ground, and this guy was high as shit on LSD, naked, just wandering around. And they learned this because the flying sidekick, flying slide, oh, shit. The karate cop. Okay, I called him Daniel's son. He goes over to try. He didn't even know what was happening. He came in with a flying sidekick, and he didn't know what was happening. So he went to investigate what's going on with this guy. And some guy comes out of the house, and it's another long-haired guy, and he only has a shirt on. He doesn't have any pants on or underwear.
Oh. Okay, hold on. I'm writing this down. Live PD. I need to watch it.
Yeah, and he goes, what's going on with your friend over there? And the guy's like, we took a bunch of acid.
Oh.
And I couldn't hear anything else because by that time I was laughing so hard I didn't even know what to do anymore. Anyway, Live PD.
Jason,
Jason, you seem either disturbed or like.
No, he's probably watching it right now.
Yeah, I was trying to find the video.
Like, come on, you know what he's doing.
Yeah,
he's looking for the exact episode.
Well, look, then after I was done laughing, this feeling of horror and dread kind of crept in because I did some acid when I was young and when I had long hair, and I've had a few moments naked in the woods on acid. I'm going to go ahead and say it. And then I started thinking, if I were approached by police officers naked on acid and then tased and then karate kicked, that would have traumatized me for life. That would have fucked me up. I'd still be twitching about it now, like 20 years later.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I shouldn't have told this story. You guys are
No.
I'm quiet in response.
I'm not disturbed or quiet. I actually just wrote down watch live PD.
Okay. Well, that was really the only moment that there were some other moments that I enjoyed. Watching people on meth try and lie their way out of being arrested is pretty good.
I've tried to get your wife to watch trash reality TV with me for years, and she makes fun of me and she judges me quietly, and she just doesn't. It's the one thing that we cannot come to terms with in our friendship, and I'm frankly a little disappointed that she balked to live PD.
What hypocrisy! Because that is trash reality TV.
Yeah, that is, and frankly, I'm gonna go stab Brindy. So bye.
Stab Brindy. It's hipocrisy. I don't know.
Bye, Brindy. It's going down. I'm kidding.
I say we tase Brindy, and you and I, Shags, will tase Brindy, and then Jason will come in.
That bitch won't go down. She'll come back and fucking murder us. Hell no.
Yeah, but we need to have Jason come in while we're tasing her. And do a flying sidekick in a cop uniform, and just take Brindy.
Okay,
I can do that. My son was a cop for Halloween, so I got the suit.
Can we rent a German Shepherd for good measure?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
An Alsatian, you betcha. Let's do that. No, I wasn't horrified by your story, Joe. What I was fascinated by what I read on Wikipedia, that some of this is filmed in Lawrence, and I'm assuming they meant Lawrence, Kansas, and that's where I went to college. And
no, it was like Lawrence, Minnesota, or something.
Oh, is it? Oh, never mind that.
Was it? I don't know. I remember that because I know that you spent a lot of time in Lawrence, Kansas, and when the guy was getting tased, it had on the screen where they were at, and it was Lawrence somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like Springfield.
I got you. Okay. Okay, so live PD then. I don't watch any of that stuff, not because I'm better than anyone, just because I don't have time.
Mm-hmm. Well, you sure act like it.
Yeah, I do. I do, because I have what you call a false sense of superiority complex.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
No, wait.
Delusions of grandeur. Love it.
I have a false sense of a delusion of inferiority grandeur. I don't know what I'm saying.
You were probably a king or a prince in your past life. Let's just be honest.
Probably, and I was probably farting next to the peasants going, God damn these peasants, motherfucking peasants with their stank, but it was me the whole time.
Did you guys ever back in the 90s watch Cops? I'm sorry to stick with this. Did you ever enjoy the show?
Are you ready? Because here it comes.
Yeah.
Oh, bad boys, what you want, what you gonna do?
Very good.
Did you like that? I hope you did.
Did you guys ever see the spoof of Cops that Mr. Show did? Like Ronnie Dobbs? He's
I haven't.
Terrible white trash guy, and he just gets arrested over and over again. And then they did a musical, and it was like, can't a man control his bitch with violence?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Can't a man just crudely lie and scream? And they're like, y'all are brutalizing me. It's beautiful.
Wow, that's not Reno 911?
No, Mr. Show did that shit long before Reno.
I'm just kidding. That's beautiful. I'm writing that down too.
Yeah, so I guess I recommend both Live PD and some Mr. Show, Ronnie Dobbs.
Jason, do you recommend any TV shows? Because this is gold. I'm writing reality TV gold down right now. So if there's anything you'd can suggest for me, I'm always taking up openings here.
Joe, remind me if we talked about on one of the episodes that TV show Killing Eve. Did we talk about that?
I have heard
just
so many good things. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, so
we talked about it last time Shags was on the show, and you almost quoted yourselves right there.
Did we talk about that scene in the club?
In the club?
No, tell us about it.
Okay, so if you haven't seen the show, I'll try to keep this vague, but there's a scene where this dude is following this person, and then at one point the person turns around. I don't want to give it away, but every single person I've talked to who's seen the show, if I say anything, they're like, they know exactly what scene I'm talking about. It's the one thing they remember, because the person who plays the person who turns around that's the best acting I've ever seen in my life. Again, I don't want to give it away, but watch the first 3 episodes of Killing Eve so you get to that moment, and I guarantee you will shiver. You'll be like, oh my God.
But I've seen the first season. I can't remember this. I loved it. I thought it was a great show.
Can I go ahead?
But I don't remember the scene that you're talking about.
Can I say spoiler alert and then describe it in more detail?
You're killing.
But I don't want to ruin it for Shags.
Oh, go the fuck ahead. It's fine.
Okay, I'll go. Okay.
Do you not know who you're talking to?
There's a.
Do you know that I
don't care.
Under the bus here. I still watch The Walking Dead, and that's fine. Okay, so that's okay, and you guys can judge me all you fucking want. No. And I still read spoilers before every week's episode.
Okay,
because I can't physically and mentally handle it. Okay, everyone has their flaws, so go ahead. Spoil it, because I'd actually prefer it.
Okay, I will. I don't think that's a flaw, Shags, and I'm not just blowing sweet smelling smoke up your butt when I say that. It's I like the spoilers. Game of Thrones, I just read everything I could before every episode.
Same. Yeah. I would look at people like, they'd be like, oh, Daenerys is going to take oh, sorry, spoiler alert. Anyway, whose coffee cup was that? Go ahead, Jason.
Look, I guess you two and Laura are the same way. Like, you just don't give a shit about things being spoiled for you.
Yeah.
Laura's whole thing is like, I don't care.
No, it's an anxiety thing for me. Like, and a control thing. I have to know. I have to know now.
Well, right, then I'm going to go.
The scene
Here
from
it is.
Killing Eve.
So, Villanelle is a female assassin. And there's a point where she's in Berlin, and the people who are looking for her accidentally happen to see her. And so this guy who's like he's not really a field agent. I mean, he knows what to do because he's had training, but he's an MI5 basically analyst, right? Anyway, he's following her, and she's leading him on for a long time, and he thinks she doesn't know he's there. And eventually she goes into this Berlin nightclub, and it's just packed because it's Germany, right? And it's just all this hate type music with the bass and everything, and it's just loud and it's packed. Yeah, like that. And everybody's sweaty and wearing tank tops and piercings, and they're very German. And she's working her way through the crowd, and he is too, because he's trying to follow her. And then she turns around and she smiles at him like, got you, fucker. And it's just it's the scare, because that smile is saying, I'm going to kill you now, and I'm going to enjoy the fuck out of it.
I remember this.
Yeah.
And she fucking kills him.
And she does. She just goes up and stabs his chest like 12 times while the music is going on, and she leaves him. It's so crowded, he can't even fall over because of all the people who are dancing.
And he dies in the dancing crowd.
He dies and he's covered in blood, but that smile, I'm putting it up there in my list of like iconic, like in the, what do you call it, The Exorcist Part 3 or whatever, when the dude has the big scissors and he's coming after the nurse, that one?
Yeah, the head chopper offer.
Yeah, the head chopper offer scissors. Like that and her smile right now, those are the two things that if somebody says, tell me about a thing you saw in a movie once, I'm like, all right, I got two. And it'll be those, because that's... So watch that show, Shags, Killing
Yes.
Eve.
No, you literally, everyone tells me you would love this. You would okay, it's time.
Yeah.
It's time.
It's I read the books that it was based on, and there's a third book coming out, and now I'm less motivated to watch it. But that that actor who plays the female assassin, she is incredible.
Yeah, she really is awesome.
Yeah,
I like Sandra Oh too.
And Sandra Oh is also good. And we got a minute and a half. There's one other question I wanted to ask you guys, but I'm not going to ask it. I'm going to ask you this instead, because it's a stupid question. The question, what the question is going to be? Do you know anybody whose nose wrinkles when they laugh? That's a dumb thing. Here's what I want to say instead. Next week's episode of the Just Because It's podcast will be, if we do it, will be on the 21st, right?
Yes.
Yeah. If we do it on Thursday. Now, my birthday is the 20th. So I think it should be about me. I think the podcast should be about me, because I am a self-indulgent, selfish asshole. I'm going to be 48 years old.
Of course.
I'd
do
like
a
to
Jason's
make a
birthday
negative
show.
speech about Jason.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what?
Joe, let me record one, okay?
Okay. Yeah, we're going to do a Jason's birthday episode. That's
Okay.
a really good idea. And we would have done a Shags birthday show this time because Shags, your birthday was just a couple days ago.
It was.
Oh, hey.
Happy
Thank
birthday,
you.
Shags.
Thanks,
But I
guys.
thought if we did another Shags celebration show, that might have been overboard.
That's a little bit much. But can I just say something really quick since we have just a little bit of time left?
Yeah, go for it.
I just want to encourage our listener to go ahead and follow these amazing boys with what they have done. Please, if you feel inclined, go to Instagram and fucking follow just_B_cousins. Give us a follow. Give us a like. We love you. And if you feel like you're that much more generous, please, I beg of you, go while you're listening to this podcast. Go ahead and give us 5 stars and leave us a fucking review about how annoying my voice is and how many times you want this show to be canceled. We don't care. Please, just go for it. We're almost at 150 episodes, you guys. I love you. Congratulations to you guys. And, listener, come on. Figure it out. Do it.
That's true. And find us on Facebook and comment on our shit, too. Even if they're all negative.
Yeah, just talk about how fucking annoying we are. That's fine. Just don't forget, okay? Just_B_cousins on Instagram. And where on Facebook can we find you?
I'll just search for Just Be Cousins.
All right, cool. Sounds good to me.
And go to our website where you can download, stream all of our podcasts. That's justbecousins.net.
Justbecousins.net, motherfucker.
We're on Twitter too, and whenever I think to do it, I forget what we're on.
Can you be more snarky on Twitter? I would appreciate it. I mean, I would join Twitter if you were going to be an asshole. To be polite, I'd like that.
All right, let me.
Was that sarcasm? I think.
No, I'm
snark.
not. No, it's not.
Okay.
I will join Twitter if Jason is a rude commentator.
Yeah.
That's more rude.
Unfortunately, my posts lately have been really lame. Here we go. Here we go. This is so on top. October 10th. This is what Just Because tweeted. Are you ready? This is how I know we're living in a simulation. Every time I go to put gas in my car, I have to fart.
Oh.
More farts.
How on topic?
Happy early birthday, Jason.
Actually, my last post about the last episode, I said, if this podcast were in a bicycle race, it would win first place for most farts.
There you go. We also tweeted, all we are is a result of what we have thought. Buddha. I sure do think about fat, lazy slobs a lot. JBC.
That's good.
Yeah. So
wow.
I think we can get some snark going. Yeah. And then I
think
tweeted.
That's the first time we've ever been like, "Hey, follow us here." Hey,
well,
comment.
I'm sorry,
hey.
I did it. I'm sorry.
No, that's
it's
good.
It's about fucking time, you guys. Come on.
Yeah.
We need haters. We need everything. It's time. Love you. Do it. 5 stars only.
I agree with you. That's what we're going to do.
Yep,
okay, I appreciate that. So next week, we're going to talk about me. Wow, that's
totally.
And Joe, your birthday's so close to Christmas. I don't know how we can repay the favor. So we talk about you without it, getting stomped on.
I mean, it's between his wife on Thanksgiving practically and him on Christmas. They both pretty much got fucked, which I'm so glad they found each other.
My birthday being celebrated on this podcast is a reflection of how it's celebrated in real life.
I was going to say,
it's not.
We will.
I'm just kidding. I don't care.
We'll find a way.
Really don't care.
We did do a Joe episode once. Remember the what was it? The thing.
We did
the food.
Joe episode?
We did a Joey. What was the name of the sloppy Joeys?
I think it was called "Fuck You, Joey."
Oh yeah, there was a food item that we were selling. It was a sloppy Joey Mac a Kangaroony.
That was it. Yeah, that episode was mostly about you.
All right, well, it's about time we do a fucking Jason episode.
Yeah, but we're also going to do a Joe episode, and we can do another Shags episode.
We're good. Next year.
You are more than welcome to be on the Jason episode of Just Be
Listen, I'm going to be on that, whether I'm here live or doing something on the side to completely fuck with you in your life. It's happening, so don't you worry.
Nice. Okay, I'm looking
You
forward
are
to that.
invited, Jax.
Thank you. I love you
Laura
both.
would like
Thank you. Thank you for having me again, guys. I love you.
Thanks for being on the show, because we didn't have anything to talk about except farts, burps, and
It turned out well.
turned out pretty good. Yeah.
And you brought royalty into it somehow.
Yeah.
You're creative like that.
Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth, Jason, and toupees.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I will. I want to say that I love you both, and I'll see you on the next show. I'll hear you on the next show.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna scream something, and that'll be that.
All right, you got 10 seconds.
Don't get tased on acid naked.
But watch Fantasia.
Word.
Oh, I should hit stop.